Intermittent fasting, what is it and how does it work? Hello. Before we start, I want to ask you to like and subscribe. That really helps my channel grow and I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now let's continue with the video. Intermittent fasting is an eating plan that switches between fasting and eating on a regular schedule. Research shows that intermittent fasting is a way to manage your weight gain and prevent or even reverse some forms of disease. But how do you do it and is it safe? What is intermittent fasting? Many diets focus on what to eat, but intermittent fasting is all about when you eat. With intermittent fasting, you only eat during a specific time. Research shows that fasting for a certain number of hours each day or eating just one meal a couple days a week may have health benefits. Johns Hopkins neuroscientist Mark Madsen has studied intermittent fasting for 25 years. He says our bodies have evolved to be able to go without food for many hours or even several days or longer. In prehistoric times, before humans learned to farm, there were hunters and gatherers who evolved to survive and thrive for long periods without eating. They had to. It took a lot of time and energy to hunt game and gather nuts and berries. Experts note that even 50 years ago it was easier to maintain a healthy weight in the United States. There were no computers and TV shows turned off at 11 p.m. People stopped eating because they went to bed. Portions were much smaller. People worked and played outside and in general got more exercise. With internet, TV and other entertainment available 24/7, many adults and children stay awake for longer hours to watch TV, scroll through social media, play games and chat online. That can mean sitting and snacking all day and most of the night. Extra calories and less activity can mean a higher risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease and other illnesses. Scientific studies are showing that intermittent fasting may help reverse these trends. How does intermittent fasting work? There are several different ways to do intermittent fasting, but they are all based on choosing regular time periods to eat and fast. For instance, you might try eating only during an 8-hour period each day and fast for the remainder, or you might choose to eat only one meal a day 2 days a week. There are many different intermittent fasting schedules. Medicine says that after hours without food, the body exhausts its sugar stores and starts burning fat. He refers to this as metabolic switching. Intermittent fasting contrasts with the normal eating pattern for most Americans who eat throughout their waking hours, Madsen says. If someone is eating 3 meals a day plus snacks and they are not exercising, then every time they eat, they are running on those calories and not burning their fat stores. Intermittent fasting works by prolonging the period when your body has burned through the calories consumed during the last meal and begins burning fat. Intermittent fasting plans. It's important to check with your doctor before starting intermittent fasting. Once you get his or her go-ahead, the actual practice is simple. You can pick a daily approach which restricts daily eating to one 6 to 8 hour period each day. For instance, you may choose to try 16-8 fasting, eating for 8 hours and fasting for 16. Although some people find it easy to stick with this pattern over the long term, one research study that was not designed specifically to look at intermittent fasting pattern found that limiting your daily time window of eating does not prevent weight gain over time or yield significant weight loss results. That study's results showed that reducing the number of large meals or eating more small meals may be associated with minimizing weight gain or even with weight loss over time. Another intermittent fasting plan, known as the 5-2 approach, involves eating regularly 5 times a week. For the other 2 days, you limit yourself to a 500 to 600 calorie meal. An example would be if you choose to eat normally on every day of the week except Mondays and Thursdays, which would be your one meal days. Longer periods without food, such as 24 36, 48 to 72 hours fasting periods are not necessarily better for you and may be dangerous. Going too long without eating might actually encourage your body to start storing more fat in response to starvation. Medicine's research shows that it can take 2 to 4 weeks before the body becomes accustomed to intermittent fasting. You might feel hungry or cranky while you're getting used to the new routine, but, he observes, research subjects who make it through the adjustment period tend to stick with the plan because they notice they feel better.